All right, Pops, let me get right back to a hot comic list for this week. Some things that are trending upward and you might want to keep an eye on if they're of interest to you. Yeah, I'm Pops, and yes, the hot list is always an ever moving thing. And I will say that even though the Captain America movie was not widely well received, it is not being the example that Marvel may have hoped it is. That Red Hulk got some butts in the seats, and yeah, you got to wait till the last 15 or 20 minutes to get there. But some folks have responded with, hey, what other kind of cool stuff is out there like that? And the one is right here, the Hulk number 16, which is the first appearance of the Red She-Hulk. And obviously, she's all over the cover here. And this one has really taken off over the last few weeks for obvious reasons. It's upwards of $25 or $30. There's actually a couple of variant covers as well. One in particular has her on the cover. It's kind of double the price. It's a 1 in 15, so it's pretty hard to find. So there are some real movements here for the Red She-Hulk, if you will, the sexy lady here that you can see right before you. This is Hulk number 16, and let me make sure I've got 2009, so around 2010, I think is when this actually came out. So all right, since we're talking about Red Hulk, let me get this out of the way. There is not really a ton of movement on Red Hulk. This is Hulk number 1 from 2008. So I'm kind of mixed on this because this was actually kind of the buzz at an event I was, because they've done like a foil re-release. They've done some different variants and things to kind of cash in on this sort of like this new thing. Basically, they've kind of spun it all back out there for folks, reprinting it and getting it back out there in hands of some folks. And there is some really cool elements to it. I think that for me, it was a major sort of bait and switch in the story. I have always thought that it was a great starter, but after 6 issues, and the mystery surrounding the Hulk and the death of Abomination and what was actually going on with the Avengers, cutting forward, cutting back, and all of that, and leading everyone to go, well, who is this Hulk? What is going on? Because Banner is not actually out into the wild. That this was kind of a letdown for me. I was not a huge fan of Red Hulk. I thought it was a very solid read, but it doesn't wrap up in the first graphic novel. So that was kind of my letdown. But obviously the cool cover, some cool variants and things like that have a lot of people looking at Red Hulk books. And if you have any of those, you might want to look into those and see if now's the right time to kind of make a move. All right, kind of new on the hot list for me, Spawn number 5. Great to see these books finally trending upwards a little bit. This one is because it's the first appearance of the child predator Billy Kincaid, but also the victim, Sherlee Johnson. And Sherlee Johnson is going to have her own little solo series, and this is the bit here. And obviously this is a gruesome, dark sort of take on things in the Spawn universe. This wouldn't be for everyone, but it was really interesting to see the Curse of Sherlee Johnson coming and getting scheduled now officially for May. So this is introduced and killed, and she's going to come back. So basically that's the premise here. So this book has been trending upwards, probably out of that $5 range that has kind of sat in for a long time. There's a lot of copies of this, so don't overpay on this. It's trending upwards closer to 8, maybe 10, but you can probably still find some copies, especially if you want to read it and handle it. Get some a little bit cheaper than that. But yeah, this is why this book is actually trending upwards a little bit. And as I stated in one of my previous videos, variant covers and stuff is really driving the backbone of collectors and sales in stores, and this is no exception. I'm actually enjoying the Geiger series. I don't think it's anything for us to like rant and go on and on and on about, but here is a second printing cover of issue number 10 with the glowing woman on the cover. So because it's her first appearance and getting that cover out there, it's really become a lot of interest, and people are really excited about this one. So yeah, it's kind of a sad state that it is the alternate covers and the limited print runs and things that are still driving the market, because I don't think it's being overrun with a lot of new customers. All right, I haven't really talked about Invincible. I'm not really an Invincible reader, but this one has skyrocketed from obscurity into the top of the list here. This is the first appearance of Conquest. This is a character that monitored Mark's progress on Earth, and it has gone completely crazy because we're now in season 3. There you go. Invincible is this is the entertainment driving comic book sales, not comic book sales standing on their own situation. Because I think without the show, this book would still be sitting in a pretty common place. But it has definitely jumped up a little bit. People are really paying for it now. So not a lot of copies out there, folks, for a book that's been around for so long. You're talking probably upwards of about $50 to grab yourself one. But a key first issue is probably going to keep this on sort of a hot list for quite a while. So, yeah, tell me what you guys think. All right, let me close out with an expensive book. The high-end number one go-getter right now is really the first appearance of Punisher and Jackal, coming obviously over in the Amazing Spider-Man 129. John Bernthal, of course, is going to be back as the Punisher, not only in Board Again, but also some sort of series or special featuring the Punisher. But transaction for this have gone pretty crazy over the last few weeks, and high-end copies like 9294, not 98s, 9294s are now over, $2,800 to $3,000, upwards to like 35, 36. So this book has really gone crazy. And one of the things that's going to hold back some of your grading on this book is going to be the bright colors. It's like you're not going to get a ton of issues. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. But yeah, people have always loved this book. It also comes with like one of these sort of like extraordinarily catching splash pages. So if you've never seen like the inside of this book, this is our introduction to the Punisher. He's actually training in this sequence. However, it is really cool, and I think that we will not see a slowdown on this book anytime soon, because at least there is speculation of a series and more Punisher content, and fans really love John Bernthal as Punisher. So expect this to go crazy for you for quite a while longer. What does that look like as far as the rest of you non-collectors or folks that are out there? Yeah, I don't know. It's a little tricky right now. I'm gonna venture to say that an ungraded, treated as a near mint copy is going to be probably like $2,000. If you want to get into something more affordable, let's say around the $1,000 mark, you're talking about a graded copy that's around 5.5 to 6. So, I mean, every book that's at least intact and is of reasonable condition, meaning, it's all there and not completely tattered. So I'm going to say every bit of $500. So the Punisher stuff may be coming back, which means if you've got the first solo series, you've got issues of the mini series, you got some key Punisher books, those may also be something we should talk about here in the upcoming weeks. So anyway, that's my take on this week's Hot Top Comics. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for everything. Keep those comments coming. Appreciate you. I am Pops.